Have you ever come home after a long, tiring day and not wanted to talk to anyone? No text messages, no calls, no inquiries. Then you just want to sit down in a corner somewhere and let everything go. Suddenly something approaches you. He just looked at you with a sad expression, without saying anything or asking anything. That's a golden retriever. The golden retriever isn't the type to make an instant impression, because it's not aggressive, not aloof, not mysterious. But strangely enough, the longer you're around it, the less you want to leave. One day, in a not too large house, a person lived alone. There was no noise, no hustle and bustle, only the ticking of the clock and the same repetitive days. Then one day, the door opened, a dog walked in, its golden fur, its round eyes, its tail wagging gently as if it had belonged here for a very long time. No elaborate introductions. No need for time to build trust. A single glance is enough. From that day on, everything began to change. Mornings were no longer about waking up reluctantly, but about a little head gently touching my hand, a tail wagging, and eyes that seemed to say, "Where are we going to play today?" That's how golden retrievers are. They don't live by plan. They live by emotion. A stick is thrown, it runs. A slipper accidentally falls, it runs too. Even if you just make a fake move, it still runs. And when you turn around, there's nothing in its mouth. It still looks at you as if to say, "Did I do it right?" There are days when the sky is gray. Everything goes wrong. You sit still. You don't speak. You don't move. It came closer. It didn't bark. It didn't make a fuss. It just looked into your eyes. Gently. But enough for you to feel that something was beside you. Golden retrievers don't know how to comfort with words, but they know how to be there. As time passed, the house was no longer quiet. There were footsteps. There was running. There were occasional small troubles. A pillow is no longer intact. A pair of shoes has been turned into a toy. A corner of the room has become a battlefield. You get angry? You raise your voice. It stands still. Doesn't argue back. Doesn't leave. Golden looked at you with a sad expression. It's not because it understands everything you say. It's because it senses your emotions. Anger dissipates faster than you think. You sighed. It came closer. It wagged its tail gently, as if nothing had happened. That's what makes it special. Golden retrievers don't hold grudges. They don't stay angry for long. They don't overthink things. They choose to love you every day. If a stranger appears, it barks, but not aggressively. It's just a notification. Someone's here. But when that person walked in, it wagged its tail, approaching closer. As if to say, "You're probably just a friend, aren't you?" Golden is not a protector. It wasn't born to doubt. It was born to trust. And that's what makes it special. Busier days are becoming more frequent. You leave earlier, come home later. Golden still waits in the same place every day. No complaining, no grumbling. But if you pay attention, you'll notice there are times when it stays still longer. It runs less, it's less playful. Not because it's changing, but because time is quietly passing by. An uneventful afternoon. Just gentle sunshine and a quiet atmosphere. You sit down, and it comes closer. The same action. The same feeling. Only one thing is different. You begin to understand that this momento isn't last forever. The golden retriever is a little silly, a little too trusting, a little annoying when it's not needed. But it never stops being there for you. If needed, it can sometimes even babysit, acting just like a nanny. Golden can serve as a support for children to rest their heads on, or rock the hammock to help them sleep soundly. In a world where things can change very quickly, where people sometimes leave without explanation, there is one creature that remains, not for any great reason, simply because it chose you and every day it wants to continue being with you. So, if one day you have a golden retriever by your side, remember that you're not just raising a dog, you're living with a very rare kind of love. An unconditional presence, no calculation, an angel that needs no wings. A little silly, a little noisy, a little mischievous. But when it looks at you with that look in its eyes, you will understand what it means to be loved completely.